Hey there, crafty friends. Happy Tuesday. It's Hannah at the Doodlebug in Jasper, Indiana. And gosh, I hope everybody's, feeling good right now. So here in the Midwest, we apparently have a huge flu outbreak, and this girl has been victim to it. So today is one of my first days actually feeling a little bit better. And then, of course, as I said that a minute ago, I was like, oh, I'm going to do my live now. I had a huge coughing fit. So I'm geared up with my water here. Got my water bottle. But anyway, I do have a not super huge live for you. A lot of our orders have been a little delayed from, I guess, Christmas, New Year's, things like that. So I've got tons of stuff, of course, that will be coming in the next couple of days. Just did not get here on Monday like it normally would. But we still got some really fun stuff for you guys. We also got a great glue or adhesive restock. I've got helpers here with me today, if I can find them in the Caden, you're eating. There's one. So every year we do signs for, there's the other one. We do signs for the Holland Kiwanis. They do a big gun and knife show. My dad used to be one of the guys in charge of it. So I got roped in years ago to redo the signs every year with new numbers. And then the boys went to college. So now that's what we get to do on winter break is we get to switch sign numbers around. I say they do most of that. So they are here with me today, helping me get the signs out the door and hopefully done. Oh, I've got my girl Sue on here, and Miss Karen just jumped on too. Hello, friends. My friend Stacy was just here, which is why I'm a little bit late. Hadn't seen her. She's been sick as well. So we were sharing our, what symptoms did you have stories. And we got to catch up a little bit because I haven't seen her since before Christmas. So I'm going to flip the camera around and we are going to check out what we've got going on. I did finish my pages. So I showed you guys these last week. These are the page kits for January and February from Simple Stories. We do page of the month kits with them. Look how stinking cute this one is. So we've got January and February here. I'm going to find my little papers. This one here is the February kit. So got the February kit all done. Here's what comes in your kit. You get everything you need to make the kit. So I got February done, and then January I had done. I showed you guys that the other day. And I love that they always do their newest releases. They don't do old stuff. They do their newest releases. These are Air exclusive kits, which I love that about it too. Hello, everybody. Edie just jumped on, and Amy's on, and Becky's on, and Tina's on. Hello, friends. So those I got finished, and they just released a whole bunch of new stuff too. So I'm going to be placing that order. 49 and Market has some new releases coming out. I cannot tell you anything about them until the end of January, but I'm going to get those pre-ordered today. So all kinds of great stuff. Our Doodlebug order, which has our Bella Boulevard in it, that should be here on Thursday. So that is super exciting. So, all right. Oh, I just dropped a note here. Okay, let's go check out. Hello from Kansas City. Hello, Miss Paula. Dorothy is on here. Ooh, Dorothy, we just sent you an invoice. Dorothy's got to free shipping, so super fun there. All right, so let's check out our adhesive order first. So you may know because you get our emails. After Christmas, we did a huge store-wide sale. And, of course, our adhesive section is still wiped out. This is our first order coming back in. That kid on the computer looks funny. Caden Lane. You're not...
Who said that?
One of my viewers said that.
One of our viewers said that.
I think the kid on the computer is quite handsome. Thank you. Oh. Bring your kids to work day. That's what today is. Bring your kids to work day. Oh my goodness. Well, okay, I'm on my live now. You have to get quiet. All right, so we've got adhesive restocked finally. All right, we carry a lot of different adhesives. One of our biggest lines that we carry, though, is 3L or scrapbook adhesives. They do this nice tape runner. It's called a Grand, and it's really easy to refill. I know a lot of people love their ATG guns. I'm going to pan over here because there's my pink ATG gun right there. I do love my ATG gun, but some people find it's really hard to refill, and they don't like that about it. So in the Grand Runner, very, very easy because it literally just drops in and refills. So we do have the starters here, and now we've got more. And they do 3 different inserts that we stock. We've got the regular ones like this, the regular red ones. Oh my gosh, Becky, Cindy is so happy. And then Stacy was just here, and Stacy was holding her, and so she was up on Stacy's shoulder, cuddling her. So she's a very happy girl right now. We also have them in permanent dots, and normally we have repositionable too. Our repositionable sold out, of course, after I place my order, so we will get that on the next one. But there's the Grand. So that's what you start with. And what I think is really cool about this company is all of their inserts, no matter what color, so like permanent dots are always blue. Okay, repositionable is always green. No matter the color, it's going to fit into any of the starters. So you can swap them out whenever you would want. All right, so we've got the permanent strips for the Easy Runner Grand back in stock. So those are back in. Oh, and there's Carmen. Hello, Carmen. It was great chatting with you a little bit on the phone today. Then they also do a smaller size one, so more of a regular size tape runner. It comes with a starter and 2 refills. And then we also sell the refills as a 3-pack. So we've got those. Then just Crafty Foam. We've got different rolls here. So I'm going to show you the different ways you can get the Crafty Foam. So it comes in a smaller roll. This one is 13 feet, and that is for $6.49. You can also get a 54-foot roll or a 108-foot roll. Now, if you are one of my gals that loves to do those 3D, the decoupage, the little punch outs where you're creating that cute little embellishment, that cute little scene, and you're using the thin foam tape, that's what this one essentially is. This one that gets you 108 feet. It's not a bigger value. It's a smaller roll for your foam. It's a smaller thickness. Okay. So this I would consider like the 54 one. That is your regular thickness. Let me see if I can get these side by side ish for you. Yeah, kind of. Oh yeah, you can kind of see there. So you can see definitely this is the same as your thin, and then this is your regular thick. So we've got the regular thick as a nice size value. So you've got 54 feet for $21. Okay. This one here gives you 108 feet for $24. So huge value rolls on those. And you can always just double up your thinner stuff too. And then we do have the smaller little Crafty Foam, the 13 feet one. Restocking that one too. Oh, let's see. Oh, yep. It is nice to have some traveling adhesive because I too have forgot my ATG gun before because it's just one of those things. It's like the last thing that you pack, Grand permanent dots. With the refill. All right, so we will get you a starter and a refill. Thank you, Miss Debbie. Then we've got our micro squares. Again, this is one that you are not going to use all the time. Look how small these are. But sometimes you've got those little small areas that you need to put a foam dot in, and you can't cut your foam dots this small. It's just way, way too hard. Sometimes you've got that one area that you just missed some foam and it's collapsing a little bit. So that way you can tuck a couple of these underneath there. So we've got the little micro squares. Yes, I'm going to agree with Joanne. Joanne says she likes to use a thin because it is a little bit easier if you're mailing things. And that is definitely, definitely true. So micro squares. And we also got back in our little skinny strips. These are great for doing your shaker cards. So this gives you a nice thin strip. I think they're like 1/8 of an inch. So nice little thin strip. It is normal size for your foam. So it's going to be great for a shaker card. Gives you the right little depth there. So that's what I call our little skinny strips. They're called 3D foam strips, but they're the skinny ones. Hello, Miss Glinda. Then we've got regular foam squares and thin foam squares. The thins we're restocking in white and black. Micro squares for Miss Glinda. You've got it, my friend. Thank you. Micro squares, there they are. Perfect. All right, moving on down. Glue dots back in stock. So it looks like we have got large repositionable. This is actual size. And we also have large permanent and medium. So let me do the medium next to the large so you can see the size difference there. So we've got medium dots that are permanent, large dots that are permanent, and large dots that are repositionable. Thin strips for Miss Carmen. You've got it. And hello, Miss Dawn. Welcome, welcome. Also got our vellum runners back in stock. So this is like a regular adhesive, but it's more transparent and it is much thinner. Meaning thinner as in it's not as sticky. You don't need a lot of stick for vellum. The more stick, probably the more you're going to see it through the vellum as well. So this is not a very heavy adhesive. It's not really what you want to use whenever you are doing, like heavy cardstock or anything like that. But if you've got light little embellishments, light little die cuts, vellum die cuts, acetate die cuts, this would be a good one to try on those. So we got that. Then we also, we're going to go back over here. So how we got in the 3-pack here with the starter, these will also work in it. So again, interchangeable. And I think this is nice because this one gives you 2 permanents and then 1 repositionable. Repositionable adhesive is not something you're going to probably want to use all the time anyway. So I like that you can swap these out and then the colors just kind of help you to remember it is a different kind of adhesive. All right, Amy wants micro squares. You've got it. Joanne wants 2 thin foam square packs. You've got it. Joanne, do you have a preference on color or do you want 1 of each? And then 3D foam strips. Got that for Gloria. First time ordering today, but how does the live work? Oh, Lisa, well, thank you for ordering today. So you can order from the live. And what we do, if you want it shipped right away, let me know. But otherwise, this is our wall of buckets. Otherwise, we start you a bucket. If we haven't heard from you in a couple weeks, life gets busy, gets in the way. Then usually I'll reach out and be like, hey, you're at $50. Do you want to add to your bucket to get the free shipping or should we invoice you now? And that's usually, again, if we haven't heard from you in a couple weeks, because otherwise your stuff is just sitting there. And otherwise, if we're seeing you on here consistently at $85, or usually whenever you hit around $85, we will send you an invoice, and that's when you hit free shipping. So hopefully that kind of made sense. Oh yes, Donna, the kitty has been in rare form today. We've got tape runners going out, the vellum ones, you've got it, thank you. White, please, you've got it. So I'm going to pull an extra white there and drop that in my got it pile. All right. See, and then we already did the big rolls of crafty foam. Got those. And now just some good little restocks. So restocked our Collector's Essentials Kit. I do think this one, since we checked it in, has sold in an online order. I've got a little note here that says that. So we do have more on order. So we'll be getting more of those in. And this is the line that I used, or Simple Stories used, and I just put it together for the January page kit. So this is using that game night line. And then here is the Collector's Essentials Kit. In here, you're going to get a collection kit, chipboard stickers, journaling stickers, page pieces, and a sticker sheet. All right. Next is a restock on our Doodlebug Disney-inspired line called Fun at the Park. Oh, thank you, Paula. I do sound better. Oh my gosh. I was super sick, guys. I mean, I have not been that sick since I had COVID. I don't know what I had. I didn't test. Didn't go to the doctor because, you know, what they're going to do. They're going to send me home. They're going to say get rest, lots of fluids, which we were doing that. But oh my gosh, I was trying to keep my distance from the kids. So hopefully Caden and Kyan don't go back to school sick. I've been trying to, you know, like pump them full of vitamin C. Heat gun for heat embossing and also just drying your mixed media projects. You can also use these for paint pouring resin as well. This is a lilac color. Coming around the corner here. Now, this table here is what I call from the vault. So, you know, our back room is it's full. Friends, it is so full of stuff. And a lot of it is trade shows that come in, classes I don't finish, you know, things like that, things I'll get when I do a sample box. I'll buy a sample box. So Linda worked the other day on getting a few things checked in. So that was awesome. And getting them out of our sample bucket. So this is just a fun little sticker sheet from Heart and Soul. It's the Heart and Soul journal stickers. Oh my gosh. Sue, I think your husband was in the hospital the other day when I was talking about that. So bless his heart. Dang. Heart and Soul journaling stickers. We just have one of these. Now, I may be able to get more the next time I order from Uniquely Creative. Next one is a rub-on from them, just one. Heart and Soul rub-ons. This one is the Heart and Soul mini cut-aparts. These are great for your card making. We've got a little slim line die here. This one here is from Picket Fence. Got one of those in. This little guy here is from Hero Arts, and it's called the Sweetest Bundle. Oh, she's got you a great price on this one, too. You get a stamp and a die for $24. Yep, day 11. Oh, my gosh. Sue, that is so stressful. Next one is an oldie but a goodie from Spellbinders. This one's called I've Got You Covered. This is going to go perfectly with a couple of the next die cuts that I've got here. These were from a class kit that I had gotten. And we did the cards. They pre-cut a lot of stuff for us. And then, and when I ordered the class, we still got the dies, which was nice. But so I've Got You Covered. It's got dies that match it. Then we've got Umbrella Bloom. Wait till you see this one. This one is so cute. So there's Umbrella Bloom. Creates all these fun different umbrellas. You can drop the different types of textures and prints in there. So that one is Umbrella Bloom. And then the last one is the background plate. You've got two different backgrounds in here. One that is going to give you raindrops and one that is going to give you fun little flowers. Makes that great little cascade there. This would also be really pretty if you picked up any of those arched dies from Hunky Dory that kind of has the arched verbiage in it. Those would be really cool with all these umbrella ones as well. Spellbinder Stamp and Die. I've Got You Covered. You got it, Miss Paula. Thank you. Putting that to the side for you. We've got this little Santa's Elves. You've got all the dies in there. Packaging just came to me like this in my sample box for my classes. This was one I did not make. We got the cute little Santa's Elves dies. Now this next one here, this is a color deck from Spellbinders. You may have seen on Facebook, I know there was one going around forever. Every time there was an ad on my Facebook feed, it was always for this little colored inspired box. What this helps you do is it helps you create color combinations. Then you've also got the little 1-inch punch here. Of course, you don't need to use theirs. You can use your 1-inch punch that you've got at home. But what you're going to get in here, and they've done different add-ons for these boxes as well. But you've got this great little deck in here. And it helps to get, you know, sometimes we see these designers and it's like, dang, you know, how do they know to pick those colors? This is the type of tool that a lot of people are using to pick those colors. All right, so then you've got your kind of inspiration color theme, and then you can pull out the colors that inspire you in this. You punch them out with a little 1-inch punch, and that's what you're going to glue along the side there. Okay, so you've got little ones here. There's different backs on them as well. Talks about color theory on some of them. So we've got the little DIY color deck. We can get more of these in as well. I'm going to show you the back here. So that way you can take your cardstock, you can pull out the colors that, just speak to you with that, and it gives you a fun little palette to work from. It's basically a starting point. It's not saying I want to make my card like this, but it helps you to, you're pulling colors from art and other inspiration, and then that way it gives you a jumping point for your cards. So that's our little DIY color deck. Oh, Libby, it's been a million years since I've been on a live. Oh my gosh, I've been sick, then there was holidays, and then I was still sick. And I hate to even tell you guys this. Personally, I've got tons going on this week. So we have 2 appointments this week in Kentucky. I've got one tomorrow and one Thursday. So I will be out of the store. Thursday was a spontaneous one. And Friday, I was already taking off because we are doing a birthday weekend for me this weekend. BJ's taking me out of town. We were going to have a fun little getaway. I'm really glad we're feeling better to actually get out of town, because there for a while was touch and go if we were even going to be able to still feel better to make it. But yeah, so this may be our one and only live for the week, and I hate to even tell you guys that. I know, but if I can sneak in here, if we get back at a decent time from Kentucky on Wednesday or Thursday, and they've got stuff checked in, I will pop in, do a live, because I'm like, oh my gosh, this might be my only live for the week, which is not good. I don't like that. All right, so then we've got a little 1-inch square punch here. We've got some fun pink and Maine coming from the vault back there. This one is the zigzag circle die. This one is the chevron embossing folder. This is a super fun set. This one is called I Choose You. It's got these super fun little guys and gals. And then there's the little dies that match them. So cute. We've got some little glitter glue value packs here. Those are just $8.39. You get 6 different glitter glues in there for $8.39. And then we've also got some little die cuts here from Spellbinders. They are Nutcracker themed. And then we've also got Nutcracker chipboard as well too. So this, like I said, this is all kind of what I would call the from the vault, things that we're just one and dones. We might be able to get more of course, Pink and Maine, we can get more of that in, but some of this stuff, I will not be ordering it for the store. Oh, well, thank you. I'm very excited. I'm ready for a little weekend getaway. I've got tons to do. I got tax stuff to do, but you know what? Life is always going to happen. All right, next we do have some fun little restocks here and my pretty little princess there. All right, so Nostalgic Memories. This, I said her name, so here she comes. Nostalgic Memories, this is a restock. This is one of Dennis Bruton's newest lines. Love this line. This one here you have seen before. It's not a new one to the live, so we're just restocking the collection kit and also the solids. Love the solids for this line. Love, love, love that one. So there's Nostalgic Memory solids. Also for Doodlebug, the Oh What Fun Petite Prince, back in stock for that line. I Choose You Stampin' Die, you've got it. And may I have the other umbrella dies as well, both of them. You've got it. Well, hey, Miss Sarah, better late than never always. If you were just jumping on, I was just telling everybody, this is a crazy week for me personally. I try to spread out when we have appointments and things like that. So I'm not out of the store days at a time, because it does, as you can imagine, it puts us behind here. There are, my gals are all great, but there are some things that only I know to do, or only I do. We have a appointment in Kentucky tomorrow, and then we have one now on Thursday. I didn't know, not that we didn't know about, we just had to schedule it today. And then Friday, I'm going out of town with my boyfriend for my birthday weekend. So I don't know if I'll be doing any more lives this week, but I will certainly try. So our other fun little one for Oh What Fun, restocking the Merry and Bright Doodle Pops. Our tissue tape rolls. So this tissue tape right here, what this is, if you haven't seen me talk about it before, it is definitely, if you do any kind of die cutting, this is something that needs to be in your crafty stash. You are not going to use this all the time. It is not going to be the glue that you're pulling out every single time you're die cutting. I've got my roll over here. I've had it here for probably a year now. And what it is a big roll of double-sided tape. So you're going to cut a piece off. This goes then on the back side of your paper. So whenever you run it through your die cut machine, your paper, you're going to cut it like you normally would, but then whenever you peel it off, the back is going to be all this sticky. Sounds like you won't be at my trade show class. I probably won't be. Whenever when BJ, wanted to surprise me with a getaway weekend, I couldn't be like, I have crafting classes I need to take. I didn't want to say that. I felt horrible. So yes, but Libby, I have seen your class samples. They are amazing, girl. You knocked it out of the park. So yes, I will definitely have to be catching up on my classes next week that I'm going to be missing for the virtual trade show, which I am very excited about. But no, I didn't want to tell him, no, I can't do a getaway weekend that you're planning because I have to do craft classes. Oh, goodness. So tissue tape rolls back in stock. More from Doodlebug. We've restocked our 8x8 shadow boxes. We've got white and black here. We still have brown on the shelf. So there's also a brown one. We've got those still in the store. Restocking Tombow. This is the white glue that they do. This glue here is a two-way glue. So if you put it on your paper, you let it dry till where it goes clear, it will just be very sticky. So it's kind of like a repositionable. You can move things around. Now, because this glue does not dry hard and clear, this is not a glue that I suggest you use on embellishments like, sequins where it may ooze out, or buttons, anything like that. But paper to paper, it works fantabulous. It is a nice, strong glue. I do feel that, it's a little bit stronger than the blue cap one that they carry. But again, it is not one where, Libby, do you know when the next Pink and Main month theme comes out? Yes, Libby. When can I tell them what the monthly stamp is going to be, Libby? If you're still on here, I peeked through my class stuff for the class that happens next week, and I figured out what they're going to be for this coming year. But I didn't know if I was allowed to tell anybody yet, because the new stuff is not on the website for me to order. And I usually wait until then to get, that's kind of like my, okay, you can tell everybody. So we will have to see. Now, okay. It wasn't there when I checked yesterday. So woo. So yes, Libby is telling us that the next stamp of the month for Pink and Main is going to be cats. How exciting. Now, if you're a dog person, now I know Linda's probably rolling her eyes. She's more of a dog person, and she always fusses at me when I order more cat stuff than dog stuff. But I'm very excited about 12 months of cute little cat stamps. It's going to be so fun. If you are an avid cat lover and you also love Pink and Main, and if you want me to just automatically order you the cat stamps every month, let me know. It makes my ordering a little bit easier so we don't run out as quickly. All right, next up, this is our Birds and Bees washi tape box. We have had this one in numerous times. It is a beautiful washi tape set. I'm going to pull out the sample ones here so you can see everything you get in here. So this is kind of like your little cheat sheet guide as to what is in here. These have gold foiling on them as well. So Robin, there's not technically a monthly club that Pink and Main does for stores. But, and whenever I did it, I kind of did it as just ordering it every month. I wish I had my act together that I could be like, okay, we'll do a card every month or something like that. But I just don't have time to get all that done and get get samples in here before the order or anything like that. But what we did last time with the mice is I just had a list of 8 or 9 people that I knew wanted the mouse one every single month. And then that way I knew when I was ordering the mice, I would make sure I ordered their 9 first, and then I would place, additional 8 or 9 for the store. And it just helped us to not run out so quickly every single month on those. Monthly cat stamp, you've got it. Perfect. These are essential trims from 49 and Market. These did come in as a special request for somebody, but I haven't stocked them in a little while, but they do these essential trims in 3 different colors. They have natural, white, and black, and they're just beautiful lace trims from 49 and Market, so we can always get those back for you. If any of you are running low, maybe you had ordered them in before. Oh, Libby, you should do a cat club. I mean, I think as crafters, and especially, those of us in the industry, we have all these great intentions and great ideas. That a lot of times is how things, I tell you guys, end up in our clearance sale, because I'll have 12 of something because I had intentions of teaching it as a class, but the class just never happened because I didn't find time. I couldn't get the time, couldn't get it on the schedule. We had other promotions going on, and then I have to sell them a little bit cheaper. So I always have great intentions, but I just can never get them executed. Next, we've got another one of the Lisa Horton Year in Bloom. This is her 12 different floral embossing folders. The only way you can get them is in the Year in Bloom kits. These retail for $139. We do ours at $119. So I automatically take a nice little chunk off the top. And again, you've got 12 of them in here. They are nice, big, oversized ones. They are all 3D. They are absolutely beautiful. Got another one of our little craft tote bundles in. This is one of the EK Success ones we got in right before Christmas. I think this is our first one that is not spoken for. So this one is actually up for grabs. Every one that we've had so far has sold before it even hit the shelf. You get this great little carry bag. You get a teal, and I know teal matters to some of you. The color matters. You get a teal 12-inch trimmer. You've got teal scissors, and you've also got a couple little glue sticks in there as well too. So the craft tote bundles, those are, I want to say they're 35. Yeah, it's $35 for all of that. So it's a great little deal. $35 for a trimmer is kind of the going rate now. Plus you get a scissors in there as well too, and a little carry bag. And Joanne is saying these embossing folders are awesome. Joanne was one of the first ones that we shipped them out to start playing with. So I know she has been having fun with hers. She's also been posting some beautiful samples over in our private page called the Doodlebug Dish. So if you're on here and you're not a part of the Doodlebug Dish, make sure you jump over there afterwards. You do have to answer a couple questions, and then I'll get your membership accepted. But people are in there. And we share things over there. As a store owner, sometimes I'll put things on sale and I put them in there first. So you get first dibs there. But people are so wonderful there. They ask questions, they share ideas, what they're working on, what they're doing. And it's just a great place to get inspiration. I love it. I'm so glad we started it years ago. Next one. So we sold a ton of watercolors over Christmas. So this order is to restock them. This first set here, this is from Willow Wolf, and these are liquid watercolors. So these are watercolors in a little tube. You can see you've got a great variety of colors in here. Now, I'm pretty sure you can let these dry and then you can reconstitute them later. I know that's what a lot of people do with Daniel Smith's. I don't know if his are just special that way, and maybe you can't with these. But I have, ordered in little Daniel Smith palettes, and all they are just little drops that they've squeezed out of a watercolor tube and let it dry. And then we can hit it with our watercolor and reactivate it and use it that way. But this one is $25 for the set. You can see you get a great variety of primaries in here. So that is our liquid watercolors. And then we've got a couple sets here. This is one from Prima. This is Metallic Accents. So these watercolors, oh, look how pretty they are. Oh my gosh, look at that. Those are stunning, and those are nice size. Dang, look at those nice pans that you get in there. Yes, you can take them out. You can create a palette over here. So great little watercolor set here. Again, this one is from Prima. This is called Metallic Accents. We've got another one from Prima. Now, this is not metallics, but they are little pans. So this one's going to come in a little metal case. Oh, thank you, Libby. Libby says she can get her act together. She'll share about it in the Doodlebug Dish. Libby is a member of the Doodlebug Dish, and sometimes she is great. She will, if we're talking about a certain Pink and Main product, maybe it's a little bit older and she's got samples from the design team, images on her computer. Sometimes she'll share those there for me, which is very appreciated. All right, so this one here is called Watercolor Confections. Oh, Vintage Pastels. There's the name of this one, Vintage Pastels. Again, you can see here comes the little metal tin. Here's all your different colors you're gonna get in there. Again, they are very vintagey and pastel. And then you've also got a little watercolor guide in here that you can do samples on. Cost of the metallic watercolors, good question. They are $19.39. And then this one here, the vintage pastels, those are $30.39. Kind of zoom in on that so you can see the colors out of their packaging. So there's the vintage pastels. And then it all closes up nicely. And then we also got back in just some watercolor pencils. These are from Studio Light. It's a nice primary set. So those are watercolor pencils. And those are $12.69. So like I said, we sold a lot of watercolors this year, probably because, our Joann's went out of business. So people coming in, we sold a lot of sketch pads this year as well too. So it was great. So slowly restocking a lot of that, not slowly, but the orders are slowly coming in. And last but not least, my friends, on my table here. Now, I think we have everybody who special ordered these. We've got yours pulled. This was from that Prima line, the cute, Twinkle and something. Dang it. We just moved that section earlier today too. Twinkle and Treats. There we go. So this is from the Twinkle and Treats line. They had a couple different florals in that line. We do still have the white poinsettias in stock, but they did this really, really cool little cotton picks as well too. And they are out of stock now. They are gone, but we were able to get one last order in. I think everyone that we had that special requested these, I think we've got those pulled for you. If you're not sure though, please drop a comment here to say, like if it's, Libby. And Libby's like, ooh, I think you should have one of those for me. Well, then just tell me that and we will check your bucket. Because I don't want to miss anybody's little cotton picks that they wanted. But I know a few of you were on, hey, I told you I think I should be able to get one more order of these in. My warehouse was expecting one last order. So we've got the little cotton picks in as well. And it looks like I've got, after they came in, I think we got 9 in. We've got 4 on the table. So please let us know if you thought you were on the reorder list for these so we can check those first, and then we will pull. And then I will put them back online because these have been turned off online so they don't sell out. So that way I can post them, because I know a lot of people are looking for that line because so much of it sold out right away. And that, my friends, that is it. Now, before I let you go, a couple things going on, just store-wise. So, I can't believe it's January 2026. Next month, February, we do have our retreat weekend. So that is going to be, I think, like the first weekend in February. So if you're local-ish and you want to drive in and attend our retreat, we rent out Santa's Lodge in Santa Claus, Indiana. Yep, Indiana has a place called Santa Claus. Check and see if you order one. You got it. Thank you, Lisa. That's exactly what I wanted. So that is coming up. So we're taking registrations for that. And then also for all of you that, let me get one that has a cute little cover on it. That got one of our coupon books. Don't forget, this month is $10 off of a $60 purchase. So make sure you are using that. If you are someone who has a bucket back there, please tell me you've got a coupon book and you want to use your coupon, okay? Because I can't remember everybody, can't remember who all has a coupon, and once we do the invoice, it won't let us apply a coupon. It kind of freezes that total. So make sure, and it's easiest if you do an online order. It takes care of all of that for us. But if shopping online is not your thing, I totally get that. That's why the lives work for us, because shopping online is not everybody's thing, and we are okay with that. But make sure you tell us, because I had somebody earlier that had a coupon they wanted to use, and once I invoice you, it won't let me do a discount. I can't apply any kind of coupons to it. So I have to do that before I would invoice you. So make sure you let us know this month if you've got a coupon book and you want to use it on your January order, or just make my life even easier and place an online order with it. But like I said, either way works for us. Just please make sure you tell me. And I know a lot of you, we automatically invoice when your bucket gets so big, because one, if your bucket is getting big, it's got stuff in it that you want and you want to play with. So Blizzard Bucks. So Blizzard Bucks are almost impossible for me to use on my end. For those of you that get shipped orders, your Blizzard Bucks are an online Blizzard Buck. We did different Blizzard Bucks for here in the store. So your Blizzard Bucks that you guys got in your online orders, those are valid online. We ship them out to everybody. Whether it was an online order or a bucket order, but those are an online thing, because we were doing Blizzard Bucks for people in the store, and I wanted to still thank everybody that shops online and does buckets. Those are an online one. So those, they don't work on my end. So in my cash register system, those codes won't work. They work in our online shopping cart. So yes, and you may have 4 different ones for the month too, depending on how often you order, because we did a different online Blizzard Buck for every single month. So Sarah, I'm glad you said that. Don't forget about those. For those of you that do shop online, or we've shipped out orders to you in December, you've got Blizzard Bucks in there, and it's got your unique code on it, and it's also got the week that it's valid. So yes, those are an online one. They're basically impossible for me to do on my end. So those are an online checkout process. Please, just makes my life easier, because they don't work on my end. So yes, please. All right. Whew. Alrighty, friends. Well, I better get out of here. I did tell BJ I would get home early, because we need to get on the road to head to Kentucky, because we need to be there early in the morning. So we are heading there tonight. So friends, thank you so much. I am so looking forward to 2026. I'm ready to be over with 2025. Obviously it's over now. But 2026 starting out sick. So hopefully I'm getting it all out of the way early. I've got lots of great things planned for you guys as well. I've been seeing some of the great new lines coming out. You guys are going to love them. Simple Stories is amazing. what I saw today from 49 Market, so good. So good. Like I said, I've got my virtual trade show next week. So I've got some teasers of stuff in there. We've got some prototypes in there. Pink and Main's release for Easter is so good. Cannot wait to get that in for you. And Libby said it's online now too, so I can get that ordered as well. So yay. You know, this little bit of time between the holidays when there's no good new stuff for me to order makes me crazy, because that's what I do at night. You know, I can either play on my phone and play my little virtual farming game, which is not any fun, or I can order stuff for you guys. So I've been a little bored. I did a puzzle while I was sick, so that was kind of fun. Please add a second of the black. Okay, we will get that added to your bucket, Miss Tanya. Thank you so much. So, alrighty, friends, thank you so much. You guys have an amazing Crafty Blessed evening, and I probably won't see you on here tomorrow. I don't know if I will see you Thursday. I know I won't see you Friday, but I will be back on here next week for our regularly scheduled What's New at the Doodlebug. And, you know, Linda will be having tons of orders coming in, so she's going to have your tables piled up for you guys. So take care, everybody. You have an amazing Crafty Blessed evening, and we'll chat soon. Bye.